Hi, I'm Mike Miller with the Herald Times.
And I am Herald Times columnist Jeremy Price.
Looking at the Indiana-Minnesota game Saturday afternoon at Williams Arena in Minneapolis. Hoosiers are heading to the barn, a place that hasn't necessarily been very friendly to IU in the past, hasn't been very friendly to a lot of teams, tough place to play. Although this year Minnesota is mired really at the bottom of the Big Ten standings, losers of 6 in a row, winless in their first 4 Big Ten games. This is another opportunity, Jeremy, for Indiana to win a winnable game and sort of pad their record heading in really to the meat of the schedule coming up.
Yeah, when you're talking about Indiana going to Minnesota, it's not often that, even though on paper Indiana's the favorite, there's not often that Hoosier fans feel like an Indiana team is the favorite. They've only won twice in Minneapolis in the last decade. So this is sort of a unusual circumstance, I guess, with this Minnesota team struggling so mightily that even as much of a struggle as it's been at the barn over time, it feels like Indiana should and could win this game and win this game comfortably.
And there's more positive momentum with this program too. I think we've seen some developments defensively. I think the Ohio State game last weekend was arguably, I don't know about you, but Jeremy, but I think that's some of the best end-to-end basketball, at least for that first half, that we've seen in a couple of years. So it really, right now for Indiana, it's about spinning some of that momentum forward on both sides. This is a team that continues to learn how to play without James Blackman on offense. Although, we've seen some key contributions recently from guys like OG Anunoby, Juwan Morgan on that defensive end.
Yeah, I think the momentum to carry forward is important for 2 reasons. One, just from Indiana's standpoint, as far as the level of play, the style of play, the more aggressive defensive mindset, the rebounding, those kind of things. But in this game, I also think it's important because if Indiana can come out and carry that momentum into the first few minutes of a game against a Minnesota team that's coming off just a blowout loss at Nebraska, I think it would be easy for them to hang their heads quickly and sort of count themselves out.
From here, return back to Bloomington, quick turnaround. Tuesday night they'll be back at Assembly Hall against Illinois, and then next week they'll host Northwestern. A few more winnable games. I think that Northwestern game will be pretty interesting, but once again, this is the time of year where Indiana really has followed through with what they need to do and take some of these winnable games, pad themselves a little bit heading into the end of the month and a tough month of February. We'll see what happens over the next 5, 6, 7 days.
Yeah, I think the schedule, the way it shapes up, has given Indiana a chance to sort of build a cushion, and it's done that so far. And if it continues to do that, then it'll put itself right at the top of the Big Ten for the stretch run.
See you up at the barn, everybody.